This is The Switch, finding solutions to support sustainable living and combat climate change at the individual level. Brought to you by the Fur Bearers.
I'm Mike Howie, and today we're talking about drafts and how you can reduce costs, lower your energy requirements, and stay a bit warmer this winter. Political leaders from across the spectrum have been debating the taxation and cost of various types of home heating in Canada recently. While noses are thumbed back and forth aggressively and strategically on Parliament Hill, there are a couple of easy steps we can all take in our homes to reduce our energy usage as we enter the chilly seasons. Let's start by finding the drafts. It's just that easy. Any windy day, wander around your home with a notepad and write down where you notice air coming in. My current home has terribly old doors and door frames that simply gush cold air. If there isn't anything this significant in your home, you could try the candle method. You just light a candle and watch for it to flicker or dance. That may mean there's a draft, and the movement of the flame will be greater nearer the source. You can also use incense if you'd prefer. Now, I don't have the finances or skills to outright replace the doors at this point, so I did the next best thing. I went to the hardware store. In the weather stripping section, I spent about $15 and got a small roll of door and window frame insulating foam. It's narrow, about 1 centimeter wide, and quite thin. But once placed, the foam expands outward and fills up space that wind and cold air can rush through. It doesn't take any special tools or skills to use this stuff. All you have to do is clean the area where you'll be applying the strips, then unpeel the backing and stick it in place. I used it on all of the exterior doors. Given the 70-year age of these doors and the frames, it's not a perfect solution. And in 1 or 2 spots, I actually had to remove the foam to ensure the door lock could still engage properly. But once placed, the gusts did reduce. The next step for me is to get door sweeps. These are often rubber strips that go on the underside of the door or at the bottom of it and do just what you'd imagine. They block air from getting in. These range in price from $20 to $80 depending on the complexity of the component and how it's installed. On especially windy nights in winter, we also use door pillows. These are cushions sized and weighted to sit alongside the bottom of a door. They're probably the cheapest alternative to weather stripping or door sweeps and can be moved from room to room as needed. They also make a great handmade seasonal gift to give. Throughout the day and season, I'll also strategically block and uncover heat vents like many people already do. This is to ensure that the heat is going where I need it to be, the room I'm in, and not where I don't need it, like the back corner of the basement. If you have the finances, a home energy audit can be a fantastic investment. You bring in a professional who checks for all of these issues, inspects your HVAC systems for compliance and efficiencies, and even looks at your utility bill. They then provide a list of recommendations, and if you're lucky, they may already know what grants can cover some of the costs. If you're looking for a reliable energy auditor, contact your local energy supplier or municipality, and always follow up on referrals. A CIBC article from 2021 indicates that various efficiencies in your home can save 10 to 30% of your energy costs. Natural Resources Canada even has an online directory to help you find energy efficiency programs for your home. Links to all of these are in the show notes at defenderradio.com. I hope these ideas might help you, and I'd love to hear what you're doing to keep your home warm, energy efficient, and reduce your impact locally. Reach out by emailing defenderradio@gmail.com or find me on Instagram at HowieMichael or Facebook at Defender Radio and The Switch. Thanks for listening.
Want to learn more about this week's episode and how your choices can benefit wildlife and their habitat? View the show notes in your app or visit defenderradio.com. To learn more about the Fur Bearers, visit thefurbearers.com or find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow host Michael Howie on social media with @HowieMichael on Instagram or Defender Radio Podcast on Facebook. Subscribe or follow Defender Radio to get notified about new episodes of The Switch and Defender Radio right on your smart device. Thanks for listening.